Students, good morning again. How are you? Last week I was in details. I was with them. All the day, sound is not coming out back here. So I will listen to the mic today as well. Hope you can hear me properly. Okay. Right. So let me remind you what we were doing. So this is what we were doing. So last time we discussed about the EcoMom case study as well, right? That was kind of week before last week, right? We discussed about babies back. The EcoMom case study we discussed, and afterwards we were discussing this particular area. It's in chapter number 2. In chapter number 2, we were discussing yes, how to do a environmental analysis, right? That's what we started with. And we understood that there are two kinds of environments or businesses there. What are the two kinds of environment? The two environments. Even protection mode is not an example. It's not an example because that's the one time this wrong what the way is concerned. No, I have some weather conditions are different for out of our reach, but don't worry for us. Rates of come, rates will go as the ray of light. But we have to live for a long period. And we have to contribute as much as possible to this earth we live. So these kind of rains, cyclones, they come and they pass. Right. Maybe it will create for 1 week, 2 weeks, but after it we have wind and we have to continue. So I'm really happy that new students now they can effort. They're going to come. Right? They can come here and to work hard. So that's the most important. Right. So micro to environments that we are discussing. One is the micro environment. One is the micro environment. The other one is the macro environment. What constitutes? So what are the elements of micro environment? Micro environment. So that's the environment which is immediately next to the organization. Basically, the micro environment is consist of both customers, professionals, suppliers, as well as our intermediaries, suppliers, customers, and competitors. Intermediaries are the parties of what? Are the parties of the immediate environment, which is the micro environment. We also understood what are the micro environmental factors of cell. Is it? That was, yeah, trying to find these things, right? It's too close to our right? That is close to our so you can understand much less. We also understood the micro environment. What are the elements of the macro environment? Yes, physical factors. Political, legal, then economic factors, social factors, technological factors, what else? The ecological environment is also impacting the business, and particularly technological environment is impacting the digital businesses. You understand that. So then also we used another model to analyze the market competitiveness. What was the model that we used to analyze the market competitiveness? Another one. Forces 5 versus 1. Excellent. Forces 5 versus 1. So there are 5 forces that are impacting the business environment. And we can assess what throughout. So by looking at the forces 5 versus 1, what we can do? We can see the industry competitiveness. What's the industry competitiveness? And we understood that is operating in an environment by what? Sub-environment technology. What do you think about sub-environment? Sub is operating with what in the dish. So, how about the environment? Yes, it's will be hot. The environment is hot. There, sub is operating. Fine. We are in moderate competitiveness. We are in moderate competitive environment, but you will understand today also what's our main differentiate, what's our unique value proposition, what value that we can deliver, main that cannot be delivered by others. CA Srilanka. We are under the roof of CA Srilanka. What CA Srilanka? It's a just another organization in Sri Lanka? No. What's CA Sri Lanka? CA Sri Lanka is the National Premier Accounting Standard Authority Board. It's responsible for setting accounting standards. At least the council is responsible for promulgating. Unless the council approval is not there, you cannot promulgate accounting auditing standards in Sri Lanka. And you know, much other accountants cannot do. And the public listed companies, to audit public listed companies, who can be the auditors? Can SEC accountants, with only the CMA accountants, CMA accountants audit public listed companies? You can't. Only chartered accountants could do selling practicing city. So this degree is offered under the name of CA Sri Lanka. That is part of CA Sri Lanka. So that unique value proposition cannot be taken away by any other private user. So that's the uniqueness of the secret software. That's the uniqueness of the electronic, right? So likewise, today I'll show you, we'll see the business model canvas, the BMC. And we'll again try to apply the BMC to sales. I'll apply it to Google. I'll apply it to Google. Then will be Amazon. And then I'll ask you to apply that to self Amazon. Today. But before that, let's review what we have done up to now, right? So after this, so we discussed about market competitiveness, the micro environment, macro environment, and the pestle factors. Sorry about my voice, right? It's a little bit today croaky, but little bit, it's completely okay. So we understood this pestle factors and also SWOT analysis. Why we did a SWOT analysis made? You have done a SWOT analysis. Why did we do a SWOT analysis? To understand the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, effects of an organization. Particularly, we with that was it touched upon the macro environment to a certain extent, but particularly touched upon the micro environment by looking at the strengths and the weaknesses, which are internal factors, internal related factors, strengths and weaknesses. We also applied SWOT analysis to SEP. I even ask you to use what? ChatGPT for that purpose, isn't it? ChatGPT is a great learning tool. It's not our enemy. It's our ally. But you have to use a tool properly. Right? Now, if I take a knife and try to do different things in my face and cut my side, I think it's not an appropriate tool for that, is it? I should be used as a blade, something else, cutting vegetables. Right? On the other hand, to cut my ears or there are certain other tools for it. Likewise, ChatGPT is not for generating but for assignments. ChatGPT is assignment for language. It's for a learning tool. It's a great learning tool. You can learn a lot. You can ask questions from it and it will give nice answers. But you have to verify the answers if you are a little bit suspicious if the answers are correct. But if it gives references, I see it makes a lot of mistakes. You can ask references for a particular topic, it gives a lot of mistakes, but it has a lot of errors. But on the other hand, technical points you can just clarify. That it is a technical. Where tool should be used wisely. Is firewood? Yes, indeed. That's how we cook our things, isn't it? And also you can use fire to burn someone else's or even our own home. Which is not meant for, is it? So therefore, we have to use very carefully whatever the tools that we are using. ChatGPT is a great tool to learn these kind of things. We apply it. Today also, we'll see. Right. Then SWOT analysis and what is five process model. We did understand what are they doing. This is the immediate environment. Then Porter's five forces to understand the industry competitiveness. So as the name says, Porter's five forces has how many forces? Five moves. Bargaining power, suppliers. Bargaining power, suppliers. Bargaining power, buyers. Threat of new entrants, substitute products, and rivalry among the existing competitors, existing players. That day we understood, you very well told, SAP is facing a moderately competitive environment. Right? It's in a moderately competitive environment. It's not too high, too low. Then we came into a very important point, and that's where we stopped. What's that? The three concepts we discussed. What are the three concepts? Specification, pre-implementation, and counter-implementation. Now I want you to look at your notes, or maybe use ChatGPT and tell me the difference among these three. Look at your notes or use ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT differentiate among pre-implementation, first specification, pre-implementation, and counter-implementation. Take example. So ChatGPT will do certain examples. This time reminding you, and then I'll apply. These concepts are going to be very important when it comes to digital business, particularly disintermediation and reintermediation and countermediation. So at the exam, these are direct questions. You'll be given a scenario and you'll be asked for micro and macro environmental factors. And then it's asked, okay, the buy side e-commerce and sell side e-commerce, always those questions open. And then the third question is this: how a particular business could reintermediate, disintermediate, and countermediate. So those are the three main concepts that we discussed last time. Yeah. Okay, let's start with disintermediation. We'll ask someone. What's disintermediation? So you are removing an existing intermediate. Already there's an intermediate, you are removing that person. You are removing that intermediate. An example from digital business. Excellent. Example we use that as spot on. Then earlier you had to buy the computers from an intermediate. But now, if you really want, you can buy directly from their website. And there's no intermediate required. First people are used to buy things from intermediaries, dealers, that's fine. But again, it's also safe, as I say, because logistical arrangements might not always be reliable in Sri Lanka. We might not get delivered certain things. Sri Lanka service sometimes has issues. So therefore, buying from intermediaries might be okay. But again, disintermediation means that you remove certain intermediaries that exist. In a digital business, it's possible because you can sell directly from your website. And I told you what about our vegetable farming issue. No? So a train was arranged to directly transport the farmer's produce from Nuvareli to Myanmar. What happened after that to the train? They stopped it for it. Already made in journey to space. He loved it. Another like that. We are ready to train. Because they train of previous Java's not trained. You could have imagined what had happened. But out of this intermediation, being an intermediary, they make billions. They make billions of money. Customers are not getting the benefit, farmers are not getting the benefit. Who's getting the benefit? Intermediaries. Now see what has happened to our rice in Sri Lanka. Right, there are certain certain people who are handling, who are doing this intermediation. They are the people who are running this rice mills, huge rice mills. You know what I'm talking about. They have rice, but they don't achieve that anymore. Right. So the farmers have produced it given on time, and they are expecting rice, but they are not issuing the right. We increase the prices because it's December and January. Like how the season has come. They are trying to increase the prices. They are hiding the crops. They are hiding the price. Right. They increase the prices and so on. And they make millions out of them, billions out of them. And they use that money for what? To buy politicians. So they push sustain. Political campaigns are funded by these people. But this government, they took a layer measure, what's that? It's an intermediate. It's rice mills, earlier, and in Masala, we put it like these are huge rice mill owners. I don't know, someone is connected with those people. I'm sorry if I'm telling this for it. But again, what they do is, go to what's been reported in the journal by the journalists is that they have stocks, but they don't release them. Why they are doing that? Because to increase the prices. So you know demand and supply. When the supply is limited and if the demand is high, what happens to the prices? They go up. So that's the point that they are doing. That's the very thing that they are trying to do. To increase the prices and get a margin. Yes, you make money. There's no any problem. Make money. Businesses are not charities. They should make money. But to the reasonable way. They have to make reasonable money. There was an egg trade. And there was a person who bought a helicopter out of money made out of eggs. Out. He was not at all a person dealing in eggs. He was not a trade. What he did was, when the prices were low, he bought a large stock of eggs. He is not a trader. He is not a farmer either. He bought a large stock of eggs when the prices are low, and artificially the prices went up. Then he sold everything, and he bought a helicopter. When the expired 25, 27, 28, he bought it, and when the expired 65, he was selling 55, 65. That's the margin there. Is it reasonable? 4% money, isn't it? You have to earn money. Very well understood. You have to all make money. But money is not everything. But always as I say, really everything in your money. Yeah, money is something not bad, but you have to earn it fairly, decently, and in a way that's reasonable. Right? So that's why intermediates. This intermediation might require Sri Lanka, but then these big rice mills are certainly an intermediate. They buy crops from farmers, then they convert it into rice, paddy to rice, and they keep stocks till the time is right to sell. So this government of the world will watch that bold move. NPT government took a good move, a bold move. What was it? To arrest rice mill owners? No. They did not do that. That's anti-democratic culture, that's a democratic government. What did they do? Anyone? This? Are you Sri Lankans? Yes, sir, yes, Sri Lankans. You have to be aware of the news what's taking place. If not, you won't be able to survive in Sri Lanka. Facebook is BS. It comes with misinformation and it doesn't have information that you require. But standard websites like Lanka.lk, Lanka.lk, and certain other websites give standard news. That's going to be very important to survive in this economy, to survive in this world. What did the government do? Be important. Be important. And now it said they could supply certain Nadu rice to around 100 or 120 rupees. The market is 240 or 200. So the margin these people are making from rice that is the daily staple of Sri Lanka. Out of that, if you are earning unethical, a huge margin, I don't know what extent we can put these people in. We have to make money, of course, but they are reasonably decent. Someday you can be happy that you made decent money, a fair amount of money. Not the people. So government here board the case. I'm really thanking the government. But let's see what's going on. So that's where we talked about disintermediation. You remove intermediaries. You remove intermediaries and you can directly buy from the farmers, directly buy from the producers. That's called disintermediation. Right? Then what do we mean by reintermediation? What is the reintermediation? Excellent. You remove all intermediaries, traditional intermediaries, but now you use funds. Intermediaries are much more capable new intermediaries. Let's ask an example. You can give us an example for reintegrating a nice stuff that we use. Yes, you can go on the next. Last one. Excellent example. That's so these data notes. So basically, this data notes. There will be examples. You can put down notes and after this, we can give I'm giving the exact example for this particular thing. I first of all discrimination. I have data of difference. Data of difference is a very good example. Then we ask implication. When the student was there, traditional newspapers versus Facebook farm. That's an excellent example. It's an excellent example. So that's reintermediation. That's reintermediation. Disintermediation, reintermediation. You use new intermediates rather than traditional marketing. Now you are using Facebook marketing. You are no longer using traditional newspaper market. Print media now people are using. People are using. But not much. Then also we discussed another concept. What's that? How does it play? Countermeasure. What's countermeasure? Ask another thing. Don't worry if you can't answer, don't worry, it's not a reason. I'm just speaking your mind. And grounding you for this lecture. Because without very publicly easily. So what's countermeasure? So it's giving the example. You are creating a new subsidy. Rather than using a third party to sell things of the marketplace. Now you are creating a new subsidiary for your marketing tax. That's for life. It's for life. How do you? Except we created a new intermediary, but it has to be owned by you. Right? It has to be owned by you. It's a subsidiary of yours. Automation. So we discussed these aspects last time, and week before last, in fact, last week I was critically not well. My voice was completely out, and I was with high fever, etc. Flu, I think flu. But then relaxed. Sometimes the body requires some relaxation. In that case, you have to use it. There will be some repercussions that cannot be reversed. In accounting, you can pass a journal entry to reverse another, isn't it? But when it comes to your health, can you put a journal entry and reverse some bad effects? Not necessary. Sometimes if you miss with your health, there is a mistake. Now be very careful of your health Now you are young, you want much, but after an age, you feel the ill effects that what you have done to your body. Please come many times. Coming to the next stage, then this person out. Don't worry about the time. But unless it's a proof what we have done, like internet, you will have some common result. But today we have good work. To pay the BMC for subcontractors. BMC, you know what's that. So that's the next topic that we are going to discuss. Today we are going to discuss this one. So please take down business model canvas. The meaning sheet of paper, take down. Of course, business model canvas. Business model canvas, which involves BMC. Business model canvas. Business model canvas. Business model canvas. Before we go to the business model canvas, first of all, you have to understand what's the business model. So what's the business model? Read and tell me what's the idea, the definition is given on the screen. What's the business model? Business model. What's the business model? What's the business model? What do you understand? It's simply what? It's simply how a business creates value. Right? A business model tells you how value is created and disseminated. Business model. The business model tells what are the inputs, the process, and output. And then how value is created. Simply that's a business model. A business model tells you what are the inputs of a business, raw materials, labor, etc. etc. We know that there are 4 types of inputs that we put into a business. What are the 4? In your economics lecture, if you have studied. Again, how they put in English. You use land, labor, entrepreneurship, as well as capital. You use these things as the materials to a business, the inputs to a business, and then you process that, and then you put out a product or service. And out of that particular product, you are trying to create value. I don't know. Yeah, they must say. The problem is I don't know that easy is. Easy. So I don't mind if someone even goes out and just looks at in other rooms. I don't mind. Because I do understand it's not confirmed. Isn't it? That's hardly evident. But about later, what about it? Thank you, Bhutan. We can see where's the remote control. Otherwise, it's raining, but again, it's quite warm inside, isn't it? Yeah. Because to do everything to study, you need a good environment. And the way of PhD is not very economic again. If you have some resources and you are not using that, well, so intelligent person. I don't want to use the word. And I think some people could use their boss. Digital business strategy. All right, good. Thank you. He has got the proper tool. So, excellent. I think it was something I got very much. Excellent. So, the dark, great. Thank you, Putra, and thank you for. Because if you are comfortable, please let me know. We are all humans and we require certain basic handlings. And if these are there, and if you are not using them, there's a grand right. And thank you for taking the initiative on the opportunity to appreciate it. So, because if we are not comfortable, how can we start? Don't misunderstand. Buddhist, but again, a great Buddhist philosophy is what? Now, when Lord Buddha wanted to, the great philosopher wanted to equal his servants, the first thing he told what? One can run before you finish one or servants, but following, a very good philosophy. Extremely good philosophy. You should be confident. After excellent, that's one of my idea. I want to be visually one kind of servant. Right? Educational service. But I cannot even imagine near of not which is a great philosopher. But here also I'm trying to give some insights into this subject matter as well as life. More importantly, life. Subject matters that we learn from books, but insights from life we might not. Right. So, as I told you, business model, the business model. You can see the inputs, the process, and the output. The inputs are usually raw materials. The process is what takes place, the processing. You convert raw materials into what? Inputs. And that's output. And through them, you create value. So in a business model canvas, the business model is what you can see. What are the inputs, the process, and the outputs, as well as how the value is created. And we'll apply that to successfully. What kind of value creation is taking place. And then we start coming to a concept called the BNC. This is a very important concept. So please take down the business model canvas if you have not already done so. Please write down the BNC, business model canvas. I hope the online participants, there were none at the beginning, but now I think, there's online participants. You can hear my voice, no?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Excellent. Thank you, Uta. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, business model canvas. So these are concepts that's going to be used to show the entire value chain, the entire strategy of a business in one picture. The entire business model is explained in one picture. Inputs, the process, the outputs, and how value is created and what value is created is explained in one picture. That's what the business model happens. By using how many elements? Just count how many elements are there in this picture. How many elements are there? Are there 8, 9, 10, 11? The business model canvas, there are standard how many? These are standard elements. And the exam, if you are asked to do this, you have to take and you have to locate these elements. How many elements can see? They must be good. Right? We are not here there. You have to simply count. How many elements are there? How many elements are there? There are 9 elements. Right. In our human body, there are numerous elements, isn't it? Is there? Hands are there, stomach is there, and lot of other things are there. Right? There are several elements in human body. There are organs also inside, like the heart is there, brain is there, right? Then the lungs, kidneys, like there are a lot of other things are there, right? But are all equally important? What's the most important from our body? It is important. What's the most important? Brain. Without the brain, there were some brainless guys, but now some brain guys are out. In the 225, we had some kids who are thinking, not only about using their brain, they are thinking about what? Using their stomachs. So their main organ was the stomach. So far, but now we have got some new set of people, we hope they will transform this world, transform Srilanka, transform themselves and Srilanka as well. Now, my question to you is, what are the elements of BHC? You can see there are 9 elements. What are the 9 elements? You can see key resources are there. Key resources are there. Then key activities, key partners, cost structure, value proposition, then customer relationships, customer segments, channels. Channels means how you deliver the items from the supply, from the organization to the customers. Those are the channels. Then revenue stream. So likewise, there are 9 elements. 4, 5 plus 4, 9 elements. Now my question to you is, what's the most important? But before that, let me elaborate. Let me take Uber, which is very familiar to all of us. Uber, good accessories. The more ones are used, and I pay. Right? Now let's take Uber and try to understand what are these 9 elements. If you don't like Uber, let's use it. No worries. What was the same? Right. I want to pick me or worldwide Uber. Right. In Uber, or in pick me, what's the unique value proposition? How it's different from others? Is Uber different from the traditional taxi service that you had seen? And there are traditional taxi and other things being are there. Traditional. Still there. Still people, they when I was standing over there to get a taxi, still people ask, sir, what is it? I don't take. Usually from these areas, certain areas I don't take. Unless it's family, it's in the university area, I will take them, but if it is not family, I don't take. I don't trust. But Uber, what's the unique value proposition? Convenience. You can order an Uber anytime. Then, and what's this very important feature that you can find in traditional. Traditional taxis also you can find anytime. But there's an important feature you cannot find in traditional taxis. Zero moment of click is there. Zero moment of click is there. Is there a frustrating? Is there ready for each drive? Yes. In Uber, when I order a taxi, that's the first thing I will look at. I am looking at what's the rating of the driver. If it is less than 4.7, I immediately cut off. My cutoff is 4.7. 5, ideal. But I am very careful, even 5, I'll see how many trips. If this man has won only 2 or 3 trips, I know it's going to be repeat honest. But again, it's an honest guy, maybe. But usually, what I check is the Uber will pick me the rating of the driver. After I order, I check the rating. Is that available in traditional taxis? You will know who is Begin, what of Uber appears around the content. What are they doing? So the trust rating is there and convenience is there. And you can order anytime, any day. These days, getting on Uber is a big failure somewhere, but if you because of the climate situations, I mean, doing Uber. But this is the company which doesn't own any taxi, but is the major taxi service provider in the world. Does it own a single taxi? All our other taxis, they are registered through their platform. We are using their platform. Actually, we have what? Platforms. That's platforms. That's digital. This, they don't own anything. They own the platform. And they connect the driver and the user. That's the beauty of Uber. And they maintain that through the trust rating. The trust rating is very, very important. For me, I don't go below 4.7. Even if there's no, I won't take below 4.7. 4.8, 4.9, I do. 5, I'm a bit wary. Here's why. 5 might indicate problems. Sometimes. New people might be there. So I have to teach them how to use the Uber. The morning I did that. I took start to perform my volunteer. And that man was a very big person. So I had to teach him how to use Uber. And very importantly, because I am a lecturer, so I taught him. It was very bad for them. Some customers get agitated. No, we have to understand. It's mind just started things. I am helping and get our message. So that's the unique value proposition. Convenience plus the trust rating given. That's number one. Then number two, the customer relationships. A unique value proposition means how the business is unique from others. Then number two, customer relationships. How you attract customers, how do you maintain customers, how do you grow customers means customer relationship. Attract, maintain, grow. Right. So they are the advertising campaigns of those. They are mostly I see them in Facebook advertising. That's how they attract. Then through the app, they again provide through the app also they provide services and advertisement and they grow their customer base. So that's their customer relationships. Then channels, how they deliver their service. What's their main channel? Yeah. And online. The app is the main channel of delivery. So they connect the drivers with the customers, right? Then customer segments. When it comes to Uber, mainly the customer segment is retail customers. But if you take a service like Tangle, they have both retail customers as well as corporate customers. You have corporate customers as well. You can have retail customers like you and I, as well as corporate customers. But in Uber, you will see corporate customers. Maybe they have. But in Tangle, by definition, there's retail customers as well as corporate customers. And Tangle serves mainly corporate customers. Then revenue stream. What's Uber's revenue stream? Uber is the main revenue stream in Uber. The commission. The commission business. I was told they take 12% out of each taxi payment. I don't know if it's correct. 12% and 20 rupees for connection. Connecting the customer with the driver. 20 rupees for that and 12% commission for the taxi. At least that's what was told by Uber drivers. But it makes much more sense. So that covers the revenue side. You provide a unique value and you get revenue. So these segments you can name value proposition, customer relationship, customer segments, channels, and revenue are the revenue side of the business model canvas, the BMC. We are going to BMC is revenue side. The BMC, that's the revenue side. Unique value proposition, customer relationship, customers, customer segments, that's the revenue side. And the revenue side. Again, revenue side. Investment and cost side. But these the investment and the cost side. So you can see there are 9 segments, right? And then a big person is the payroll. Payroll. Again, you need to put something there. Attack and take a bomb and come again over. Here. These are the elements of the revenue cycle. Value proposition, customer relationships, customer segments, channels, and revenue stream. That's the revenue side. Now I'm going to come to the investment and the cost side. Now to do this, you need an investment to be done, as well as you need partners to do this, as well as you need a cost to be incurred. Let me come to the other side. Now here, how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements here covered. Right? Then I'm going to ask each of you, what's the most important element out of this line? After that, right? Right. So you have to have an answer for that. And there will be a group exercise. Then, when it comes to the cost, for the investment side, these are the activities. First of all, key activities. What are the key activities? What's the key activity? To maintain a platform. To maintain the Google or the Picnic platform. That's the key activity. Then to advertise and to pay the employees, and likewise they are their key activities. Then what are their key resources? What's the most important resource in Google? What's the most important thing? The cloud platform. Yeah. Right. That's the most important. Without that, Google is nothing. Which is nothing. The most important resource is what? The software. The cloud. Yeah. So key resources and their developers as well as employees. Now, unfortunately, employees are not indicated in the balance sheets. There's a great disadvantage of financial accounting, traditional financial accounting. So, but it's compensated by what? In financial report. That's why we brought it out. Traditional financial reporting, financial accounting, do we reflect employees as key resource? The balance sheet, they know the accountant not. The balance sheet can see the accountant, can see the marketing manager, can see the directors. Of course, in the annual report, the directors, we play it out. Right? So, directors. The value of these directors, human resources, are they reflected in the balance sheet? No, they are not. But in the modern financial reporting, are they there? You know that? Are they in the financial reports? Annual report taking on it. Yes. Under what? Integrated reports. Have you learned something about integrated reports? Of course, yes. There are 6 capitals. One capital is what? Human capital. Under the human capital section, they show their human resources. So yes, what you have to understand is it's a key resource. Not only the platform, not only the cloud platform. Human resources is one of the key resources. Can you run Google without people? You can automate everything, but certain things you cannot automate, like human resource management. Accounting some parts of you can, but not some decision making parts. I also give you the answer. Would AI make accountants extinct? Would AI, artificial intelligence, remove accountants from this world? What was my answer? No. Then what will happen? The accountants who do not know AI will be chased away from the profession. That's the answer. AI cannot replace accountants. Accountants who do not know AI will be chased away from this world. And my suggestion to you is what? Learn AI. Learn disruptive technologies like AI, blockchain, machine learning, etc. etc. And how can you learn? Everything available for 10 or 20 dollars. You know, let me another kind of time. If you are very interested. Don't wait till you are given the information. Go after the information that will give you a competitive advantage. Right? Right. Key resources. Again, let's come back to the lesson. Key resources. What's the key resource of Uber? That cloud platform. That plus human resources and the buildings that they have in Europe. Key resources. Then you have key partners. Who are the key partners of Uber? And of course, in a way, the drivers are also customers of it. But customer segments we are given revenue, then customer relationships, unique value proposition, customer relationships. You can remember that in the revenue side, you had the customer segments. In Uber, for Uber, drivers are also their customers. The driving partners are also their customers. Right, that's the difference. Right. Now, when it comes to partners, key partners, who are their key partners? Who's their main key partner? The technological provider. People who provide the technology. Right? The technological partners, the software developers, are the key partners. Then the drivers, as well as the riders, are also key partners. The marketing agencies like Facebook are also key partners. There's a partnership side. Key activities, key resources, key partners. Then finally comes the fourth element under this cost and effectiveness side, which is the cost structure, which is very familiar to us. We know cost can be broken into variable cost and fixed cost. Please write down here. Variable cost, cost structure. Cost structure, you have fixed cost. Cost structure, you can see variable cost and fixed cost. For Uber, what's their variable cost? What's their fixed cost? They are fixed cost. Investment they have done on their cloud platform, that what's that? The fixed cost. and maintenance of they have to inform. The salaries that they have to pay. Unless it's a commission based on 26. Maybe some commissions and other things might be, some maybe sales commissions, etc. might be. Yeah. Very good. Marketing cost and other things might be based on that. Variable based on costing. Right. Now, how many elements are there in the BMC? BMC elements kya? How many elements are there? 9 elements are there. 5 elements are on the revenue side. There are 4 elements on cost and investment side. Is it clear? Now, I want you to tell me how you can apply BNC to SA. But before that, let me ask you a question that I told you that I'll be asking you. Out of these 9 elements, what's the most important? I told in the human body you have different elements. In the human body you have different elements. And what's the most important one? I put for the brain. Likewise, in BNC, although there are 9 elements, what's the most important one? Students, is there some problem here? Kindly don't speak while I am teaching. I'm not well, and I don't appreciate that you speak. If you want to speak, please go out and speak. Don't disturb me. It's the second time I'm telling this. What's this? You're adults. It comes on. सामान्य मानसिक लक्षणों में तेरे ना character में तेरे ये चीज़ करना करना बता सारी बात नहीं आला हरक हो गया कते हैं कुटुंबा respect for the people to that. That's the first thing. When you graduate, you have to be a respectable person. Appreciate someone else's work. If you have a problem, go out and speak and come. I am not prohibited. If you don't want the lecture, go out. Don't disturb me. Get it up. In the first I asked one important. Kindly get out of the class if you don't want this. If you want more important things to be discussed, kindly get out. Why are you disturbing and others? What right do you have to do it? Kindly allow me to do this class peacefully and in a respectful way. It's in your hands. If you disrespect me, then I'll be a different person. Who is responsible? Some donkeys at the back who cannot shut their bloody mouths. As a rank you, take up. What's the Kata in young wicked? Kata to the woman who put Kata in. Whether Bata with the lunch. I didn't mean the other Kata. Whether considered Kata, BMC again. Kata, Yan niya Kata. Epo legal ang something. Party din mo tayo sa kanya eh. Party din ako din pera na din yan. Betul mang kiya lang, mang change na lang. Ganun din yan eh. Or na to mag-disturb pa rin. Right? Act illegal. Act like adult segments, not like donkeys. Right? Simple terms. The negative of target is served. And I'm going to ask you to read. In the point, come up to what now? Right. Okay, that's what I was saying. lecture කරනවා කියන එක මූඩයක් තියෙනවා lecture එක කරන්නේ. lecture කරන මූඩ් එකේ වැඩ කරන්නේ. demands and service එක දෙන්නේ ඉතලේ. demands එක තරදා කරන්නේ. ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන්නේ එහෙම කරගෙන ඉන්න කාලකන්ණි කියලා කියන්නේ. අනුගේ කාලේ ගන්න. උඹලා වැඩ කරනකොට මිස් එක වට සමහර වචන පාවිච්චි කරන්න බෑ. නමුත් ඒ level එකට මම ගේන්න බෑ. Right? I have two sides in that as in any person. Don't bring the bad side of me, then you won't like it. I will give you 100% assurance on that. I don't care who you are. You are a student for me. Remember that. You might be the president, the son or daughter of the president, I don't care. Once you are in my class, you are a student, you have to behave like us. There is a core DM that you have to practice. This is not another, some kind of private university that gives a degree certificate for money. We are not come for here. We are respectable lecturers who have come and deliver service for you. Understand that way. The first and last time I would like to tell a lecture like this. If they are respectable students, I don't want to waste their time. Right? Particularly people at the back understand that. Fact that care. Very difficult afterwards, one should put out of the track. It's very hard to put into the track. We are humans. When we teach, we come into a class and we teach that in a way that's to be understood by the mind. But if you disturb me, that's the worst thing that you could do. Right. Now, how many agreements are there in the DMC? 9 agreements. What's the most important? What's the most important? What's the most important? That's
Value proportion.
Like the most important one, I would say, everybody needs to know credit, the unique value proposition. Right? You can take a note out of that. Value proposition is the most important element. Listening to the customer says exactly, you have to first of all give proper value. If you don't give value, if you don't differentiate yourself, then you have no business. Most important element is unique value proposition. That's what you give value. That's what Porter said in his generic strategies, differentiation. That if you are differentiated product or service than your competitor, without you don't have this. That's it. Right. You don't have business unless you have this value delivered properly to your customers. Right. Now today's group work is this. And there will be a presentation after this. So tell me, now you can speak, right? Once the group work is announced, of course. But unless otherwise, please don't disturb me. When you speak even slowly, this class is a way that set up that it can be heard very easily. So I really don't like speaking, right? Unless you're allowed to do so. Right. Okay. Okay, let's take now 15-minute break. And 9:30. And once you come back, we'll do the design. Right? Now it's 9:30. Please come at 9:45. Right. Online participant, Putha, can you hear me? Hope you can hear us, right? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Yeah.
Right, I think the screen is shared, also the mic is shared. Thank you, Putha, thank you. Right, let's see what's Airbnb. Let's go to our on YouTube. Let's see a good one. How many of you know already about Airbnb? Please raise your hands. Have you heard about Airbnb?
It's 9:15.
කවුරුත්
Why are we
අහලා?
underwater?
I'm in
My
the
God.
same boat.
I'm in an actual
Facebook
boat.
එකේ නේද
Grammarly
ජීවත්
just
වෙන්නේ?
fixed grammar.
You are living in Facebook, no?
Now,
It's more of a metaphorical boat.
So that's the way.
Because I've been using Grammarly.
We know everything, but not
It was the
everything.
night before Christmas on a hotel roof.
Have you heard of Airbnb? Not sure what it is? Want to learn how it works? If so, you've
බලමු එක එක ඔබලා හරියටි. උපුරුවේ නැත්තම් එච්චර.
come to the right place. I'm Jessica from techboomers.com.
We have to get the services of Malik. Airbnb එකට ගන්න නැතුව ඉතින් බෑනේ. ඒක evaluate කරන්න. So that's the main problem. Meanwhile, please check what's Airbnb or the internet. I'll also give you a video. Make an account product. So till tech support comes, please check what's Airbnb. Airbnb එක නැහැ කියලා කියන්නේ පිටකොටුව රන්නේ කියනවා වගේ තමයි. නේද ඒක මොකක්ද මේ? Just check what's Airbnb. It's a very important thing. Hello, Malik. පුතා පොඩ්ඩක් ඇවිල්ලා මගේ සම්පූර්ණ පොඩ්ඩක් ගන්න අවස්ථාවක් කරගන්න. Just check what's Airbnb. Someday it will be very important for you not now. And so that it is out of someday you will start traveling with what's up there. It's like Google. When it comes to finding person. Right. So I think you have already investigated what's Airbnb. So we'll look at what's Airbnb here as well. Okay, that's not required. You don't need to take courses on Airbnb. It's like okay. Now what I want you to do is on a individual basis, so you can discuss with your partners here, right? Put Airbnb into the business canvas one and tell you what are the nine. It's an individual one. Next week we'll have a group one. Today I'm going to give you marks for this, but I'm going to just tell you, apply what you have studied. I only take the example of movie and explain what it means, Now, I want you to apply Airbnb, the business canvas model to Airbnb and tell me what are the negatives. Okay, I will open up and ask you to sign up. What do you think about the unique value proposition? Payment by what and by Airbnb. Right. That is starting. I will work everything. So please try to apply. Next week we'll apply it to SAP as a group assignment and presentation. Today I think we'll go very fast. Just today we don't have time and also some online participants might find it difficult. Suddenly some assignments are for those who will do things and classroom assignments. Okay, right. And it's a very engaged. Thankfully for all the people came. Right. Okay, so please start. Take the 9 elements and apply the Airbnb model. Right. So let me Airbnb and your business model plans. You can click on the question, apply. You can click on the question, apply, apply, apply. The business model canvas, the business model canvas, apply the business model canvas to Airbnb. To Airbnb. To Airbnb. 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 So that's a great rental company, but does not own a single property. If you have an additional room in your house, you can rent it out. You can go and visit in Airbnb, and they are much more suitable guest than today's. But the question is, would you allow a perfect stranger to come and stay in your house, in your home? The answer is also Airbnb. I'll ask first. Would you allow a perfect stranger to come and stay with you? The answer is Airbnb. You see how far you can go into big details and find out what the unique value proposition. Start with the unique value proposition. Then go into customer relationship. Then see the channels. Then see what the customers. Then the revenue. Then see what other activities. Key partners. How do I say you don't know what they are doing? They are doing is exactly as Google. Because you can rent a taxi, a cab. Airbnb, you can rent any product. This way short. Airbnb. Yeah, it will still sound slave, so please be sound necessary. At the exam, prospective questions. Exam maybe somewhere to make a shit in the book. Apply. Airbnb. BMC or apply BMC to Airbnb. Who knows? On past papers, I will be discussing some past papers. You will see exactly what we discussed in the class of previous. The room, the math, if you know, then you will hear more. 90 out of 100, isn't it? The biggest take part is take part activity and like. So majority of you also studied about Airbnb. I think. I was a bit surprised that people did not know about Airbnb. Uber, Amazon, Alibaba, like that, there are certain websites that you have to do. You don't need to write, or you don't need to draw the poster. Write the poster, ignore. I must have anyone ignore, right? You care about the labels. Now, the paper, the class, and you can publish. Three labels. Good for something. Yeah. Poster, and then, government, the poster, poster coming up, might get in. It's a limit of 1 million. Your traveling is there, like, even in Srilanka, there are business. Locally, you have like, a lot of plan. You can discuss with each other, no problem. Please discuss with your partners, your colleagues. කතා කරන්න කට්ටියත් එක, no problem. You can clarify. That's the whole idea of this small session. Okay, I will give you 3 minutes more. So please complete because we'll have to discuss that as well. So I'll give you 3 minutes more. So it's a possible examination question, right? Mark 5 stars. 5 stars. Okay, it's almost 10:30. We'll start with the most important element of EMC. What's the most important element? There are 9 elements, but what's the most important one? The unique value proposition. Right. We'll try to first understand it. I'll come to you and I'll ask what's the unique value proposition. We'll start with you. Yeah, we have EMC, what's the unique value? Our Yes, very good. I think one point now, the moving point proposition is very well. Our students are going to explain the divide the unique value proposition for both as well as cases. That was very nice. The unique value proposition is the because some students they don't pick it for the first what's the unique value proposition for the basics part of the unique value proposition. Yes, time is right. This take care cover time. First take care right. So let's start with the guests. For the guests, the travelers, what's the unique value proposition? There are several very nice information also given by him. But of course, it's affordable. It's at low price, affordable. And also diversified. You can get any kind of property. If you want to get a lighthouse, yeah, those are also listed. Lighthouse you can get more than lighthouse also can give you. They are listed. Boat token, if you want to stay in a boat, boat houses are there, you can get it. So diversity is localization. It's affordable prices. It's completely affordable prices. And uniqueness is there. And like several advantages are there that you might not be able to get from much other products. Then for costs, meaning the property owners, they can get passive. They might have additional space on their homes, in their buildings, etc. etc. They can get additional passive income. And just list it and it will be fine. You don't need to do those numbers. Have some interactions, but it's passive income, you have additional spaces. So even if I have a home at my home, it's there. Additionally, I could rent it and just list it in the Airbnb and I will have it. However, the question I had asked at the beginning, the main difference of Airbnb from other websites. Now there's a website, again a very popular one, even I had used it to buy certain things, news items, etc. etc. Right? But there are other websites, other alternates. Craigslist is one. Craigslist. In Craigslist, there are property listings. Same thing is there. The website is there, posts are listed. Yes, can come again. But what's the difference between those websites and these? What you told, all are convenience, low cost, affordability. What's the most important? Would you rent your house room? Let's say there's your home, there's an additional room. Would you rent that to someone else? That a perfect strange? No. But in this particular Airbnb, there is what? A unique feature. The unique feature is that both guest and spouse can rate it. And they will be telling, they will be coming. That's that zero moment of quality. They have rated a thorough rating scale that's they call a plus score. They call it the trust score. In any other website, the trust score is not there. So if there's a guest who is going to come to my home, I'm a host, I would know who is there. Perfectly, because based on his past experience. Like if he's a usual traveler, I would know who that person is. And what kind of rating, what kind of currents he or she would have received. And on top of that, if there is some damage done by the guest to a host property, who is going to cover it? There's an insurance for I think $1 million. They will cover any damages. Likewise, because of these two unique features, this website is very popular. This platform is very popular. One, they calculate something called a trust score, both for the guest as well as for the host. So as a guest, I would like to go to a place where reliable people are there, not some fraudsters. Right? On the other hand, as a host, I would know who is the guest. And I would not rent out my property to a person, particularly some private property, if that person does not have a trust score. A brand new person, no. I'm not going to try myself. Right? So likewise, this is one of the key features, unique value propositions that this particular Airbnb platform provides. Which is quite similar to Uber as well. I told Uber, after the driver accepts, the first thing I would look at is what? The rating. If it is below 4.7, no way. I will go take it. I'm very particular about that because almost all the time, if it is below 4.7, something is wrong with that man, with the vehicle or with the person. Some people are over talkative and naturally like the number, Uber, and so I book out Uber, and once I get in, he's very moving. They don't pay the commission so much. They accept cards. They only deduct that and give that this and that, all kind of thing. But on the other hand, I would ask if you don't want that, don't use it. Why are you complaining? They don't want it. So you give a building insurance. You don't want it, right? So if you don't want to use it. So suddenly, if some kind of there is some I get what? Points. But not this is a point. So likewise, you can know the rating. And almost all the time, I see reckless driving, over talkativeness, complaining, and a lot of other issues below 4 points. Unless there are some genuine people also, because they might be having a dispute with the earlier customer, and that person might have given a lower rating. It's possible, but I don't take the usual chances. Trust is very important when it comes to a relationship. A relationship without trust is useless. You have a short relationship, like a picnic, right? Here, this is most important because things are relationship. So the trust is very important. And also for the cost, there's an insurance scheme by Airbnb that comes. Even for Uber, there is some kind of insurance, but they will take the exact fact that they are doing. Right? So these features are not available in other websites. There's perfectly same features in some other website, but not. So that's their unique value proposition. Right? Trust score is calculated, affordability, uniqueness, diversified service for both hosts as well as for the right. Then customer relationships, how they attract customers, how they retain customers, and how they grow their customers. We'll start from this side. First, they are main way to attract customers. Some support services are there, and also they advertise there. Social media advertising is there. Key way to attract customers. Then self-help is there. That's a problem with me when it comes to Uber, as we talking about service. But again, maybe they have much more labor service. Although it's not a Srilankan public service channel. So that's how they attract, retain, and grow their customers through social media and their self-help features. And they have a community as well. In that community, they help each other. Then when it comes to customers, who are the customers of Airbnb? So travelers, yes, corporate customers, corporate, so you want to get individuals, get to retail customers, and then that's corporate customers, like corporate guest service. Leisure travelers, different variety of individual travelers. You last, not the problem. Experience providers. Yes. Now, for example, there might be road, there might be guides. Guides also are customer from navigation. Because they can provide experience. Now, in certain halls, they not only provide the space, they also provide the act as local guide. Local guide to the data. I will have to get a number from the other part of it. Not really given the experience providers. What of that? Those are also. Right? You will not only provide them your unique experience to your host. Now, someone comes and stays in my home, I think, okay, would you like an additional service? What of them? You want to find some local food. Maybe a Japanese person has come and say, okay, let's some local Sri Lankan authentic food. Now I will take that person to different places in Sri Lanka. Right? So the host only not provides accommodation, provide experience itself. Experience provides. Then also corporate hosts are there. Who are those? The usual hotels. They also are customers of Airbnb. They have listed their hotel accommodation in Airbnb. That's also not only individuals operate hosts are also meaning hotels. 5-star hotels are also here. So those are therefore you can see there are different variety of customers in Airbnb. It's not only the best animals. Experience providers and etc. should cooperate with the corporate customers, corporate hosts are also there. Right. Channels, how they provide their service. Let's ask someone else. Channel level. Yes. How about the channel? How they provide it? Those things, that's not really it's how they retail, how they attract retail consumers. What they have what they call it. Project, do it, and then after this, I will start, I will provide paper. Financial is how you give the service. But you can targets. How do you use the next percent? Right. Then revenue. You can see that the largely in whatever side. Service fee functions is their main who work between also with the commission that you charge from the drivers is the way of the customers will also undertaking that is the commission revenue or the service fee is what they get. Very good. Right, so that's the revenue side of the business canvas work. How many items are there? You start with unique value propositions. Number 2, customer relationships. Right? Main social media. Then number 3, customer segments. Customer segments, isn't it? So we understand there are different segments when it comes to reality. Then number 3, number 4. Number 4 is channels. How do we deliver the service is through their website as well as app. They are in a present. Number 5, Revenue is their service fee or the commission that they charge. So these are the 5 items in the revenue side. Now let's come into their investment and cost side. Okay. I'll start with this side then again. But let's start from there are 4 items here. 5 items in the revenue side, and 4 items in the investment side as well as cost side. So we'll start with the that's fine. Let's not this. We are the main activities are here. Well, the acting as a test. Direct side. Is it? Let them make. Natural. We are getting it new. The next. Let them be. Then that's it. We must. What are the activities? Yes, very good. Next 3 years, and itself is very, very good. Millions of publics. Sorry. Yeah, actually, I must say it. For the company, values community. The other technology, they have platform. Platform itself is nice. They are out platform. They are the business. After the board, all it was. It was on it goes up the keys in the grid. Right. Now it's on partners. Okay, and it's for the group of insurance almost what is it's not all are there. All are there. Even key partners include the technology providers. We have many technology support from companies to develop their platform apps and make it as but that is aggregated payment as well as the partners experts in right. Then last place. Most part will be much clear discount and will. Technical office can maintain their website as well as the marketing message. And they have to, of course, they have to prepare features, etc. Very good. 95% very good answers. This is a target question for the exam as well. So go through that very carefully. Right. I think we had a very nice discussion on BMC. And next day, I'll have a discussion, a group. I'll ask you to go to for a family meeting. So we'll do that next week and I'll ask you to do it. But before that, we will also to understand this. I will not ask you to do this. But after that, we'll understand what are the revenue models. If you have a website, how can you earn money? How many models are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 models are there. 8 ways that you can make money if you have a website. As you want. And we'll understand how to make money out of these ways. Subscription access to content. What is it? I'll explain that. Then per view. Then CPA, cost per week. Don't worry, I click to another things, cost per week. Then CPC, cost per week. Sponsorship section, affiliate revenue, subscriber data access, access to customers for research purpose. These are 8-9 different ways, right? How you can earn money. And we'll understand it. And we do certain calculation, which is going to be the only calculation that you have in this course. Right? Accountants like calculations, but these are the only calculations that you are going to have. And we'll take some simple examples. And we see at the exam, the only change that happens is the numbers only the example size. For target question again, the examination for this, will I explain it to you. But we'll do next week, hopefully, and that's enough to do. Right, any questions related to what we discussed today? We discussed again the reinterpretation and computation. We discussed those kind of discrimination concepts. And also we discussed the BMC, business model mechanics. Is it clear? And next week we will go towards book exercise as well. Any questions? Clear? Right. With that, then we'll complete for today and we'll meet next week with the group assignment.